week at Rebel News, we started a series of reports into Justin Trudeau's family charity, the Pierre Elliott Trudeau Foundation. Our investigation is based on over 800 pages of exclusive access to information documents from federal government sources. Today, I'll show you how the Trudeau Foundation reacted when the National Post started running stories on some of the things that didn't seem quite right at the Trudeau Foundation. Now, here is the National Post article from back in 2016 that raised the hackles of Trudeau Foundation bigwigs. Look at this. Money began to rain on the Trudeau Foundation once Justin Trudeau took over the Liberals, analysis shows. Interim Conservative leader Rona Ambrose wrote to the Conflict of Interest and Ethics Commissioner and to the Lobbying Commissioner, asking them to investigate Liberal fundraising practices, and in particular, whether people might be using donations to the charitable Trudeau Foundation to gain influence with the government. Now, we know donations did increase to the Trudeau Foundation through our own access to information investigation. Specifically, we discovered this through communications between the Trudeau Foundation and Innovation, Science, and Economic Development Canada. Just look at this email from those access to information documents written by people working within the Trudeau Foundation. It's on page 308. Private donations in 2015 were $205,000 and in 2014, $39,000. Now, even though it's clear the Trudeau Foundation employees knew that donations to the Trudeau Foundation had quadrupled basically overnight after Trudeau had become the leader of the Liberal Party and then the country, they were still intent on discrediting the National Post for noticing it all. Look at this. On page 358, the Trudeau Foundation demanded an apology from the National Post for that story. The National Post article by Claire Brownell and Zane Schwartz, published online Monday, December 12th and in print Tuesday, December 13th, represents a failure of responsible journalism on the part of the team at the National Post, despite having been supplied with detailed information that would have presented a very different story to the public. Ms. Brownell selected data and crafted her article in such a way as to link the Trudeau Foundation to the ongoing government cash for access controversy. Now, I'm pretty sure Justin Trudeau did the linking all by himself by remaining at the Trudeau Foundation until at least 2014 and then wining and dining donors during the time that the Trudeau Foundation was taking $1 million from the communist government-linked Chinese billionaires for Trudeau Foundation to organize pro-China conferences on their behalf. However, let's continue on. Throughout its length, this article implies that individuals, corporations, and others involve themselves with the foundation as a means of influencing government. It's not only baseless, but detracts from the important work being undertaken by the foundation's scholars, fellows, and mentors. It is on their behalf that I request an immediate retraction of this article, correction of the public record, and apology from the National Post. The Trudeau Foundation took to bullying at the time one of the few remaining conservative newspapers out there for publishing something completely accurate. This is something Trudeau wouldn't have to do these days. There's no need to bully anymore. Why overtly bully and intimidate when you can just buy them off with someone else's money? The National Post now takes $140,000 per week in subsidies and handouts from Justin Trudeau's media bailout. And buying silence, especially with someone else's money, is a heck of a lot easier and more effective than bullying. For Rebel News, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid. At Rebel News, one of my primary focuses here is access to information investigations. I want to ask the questions you want answers to, and I want to shine a light onto the things the Liberal government is doing in the dark. Now, to help cover the cost of these expensive and time-consuming access to information investigations, you can donate at rebelinvestigates.com.